we make sure it's guaranteed money right then and there.
Right.
Another thing is completion bonds. Making sure you have a completion bond that is actually going to get done. There's companies like Film Hedge and Bonded. I don't know if you've ever heard of those companies. Start looking them up. It's Film Hedge and Bonded. They fund a lot of films, but these are the criteria that you need even to work with them, to submit something to them. I think John over at Film Hedge,
Josh, right?
John, well, I know John goes here.
Yeah. I'm the camera.
Yeah. John, I think he funds films from 3 million to 25 million. You know what I'm saying? But again, you have to fit within inside these certain criteria. If you come to us without this stuff, then, you know,
Right.
the people who has this whole complete package when they're submitting things, we're gonna look at them first because we know it's guaranteed. You know what I mean? We know the money, you know, it's gonna happen. Yeah, so that's what the tax credits, completion bond, product placements. Actually, somebody needs to start a company that does all product placements for films.
Can you describe what an example of product placement for
Product
people?
placement is the Italian Job. Everybody seen that movie?
Yeah.
It's paid for by Mini. The whole movie was paid for by Mini cards.
I mean, sure, that's another way of, put on things, product, and okay, we showed that movie, all right, let's not, here's the money.
Yep. So these big companies, big corporations, they have billions of dollars that they set aside just to get placement.
There used to be a couple companies back in about 15 years ago that they had, you would go to one and they'd have Coffee Bean, Samsung, and they'd have a slate that you can just go to them and you can use all their products. But you just negotiate with them, and the other one would have Starbucks and the other computer companies and things like that. I forgot the names of them, but they used to have them about 15 years ago.
Yeah, hey man, if you will, I need like three, four of those companies. Actually, I was thinking about starting a company like that just focuses on that for businesses. But I know one of my friends was the one who secured Audi for Iron Man, and that was a very, very, very huge check. But so you have to think outside the box when you get into product placements. You know, if you're shooting a film or a scene that has to do with a cell phone, you know, don't be afraid to hit up Cricket. And I know it sounds really corny, or nobody really has Cricket. You know what I mean? But hey, they'll cut you a check for $5-10 grand. But you have to, and you're not selling your film.
Just put that product.
It's like a promo.
Yeah, it's a promo film. But see, this is another thing too, where people get it wrong, where they say, yo, I want to get this product in your film. My film is about this, my film is about, they don't care about your film. Sorry to say that. They care about who's using the product or what the product, who's in the scene with the product. So that's what you sell. You sell the opportunity to be with a Iron Man. If Iron Man jumps in Robert, if he jumps in the car and drives off and speeds off in a brand new Audi, I'll pay $1 million for that. You know what I mean? That's who they care about. They don't care about what the film is about or how big it is or anything like that. They just care that they can take that clip with their product in that scene and then use it on social media, use it to influence that person's users or that person's fan base to actually, you know what I mean, engage with their products. So that's one thing on selling product placements. Don't sell your film, sell the person that's going to be using it.
I have a question. Have you ever gotten in a situation where you got a product placement and you've gotten a little pushback from the actor?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because the actors, they know that they should get a little bit more money from them.
Yeah.
When in that case, before you engage with that actor, you need to find out, do you have any brand deals? Do you have any partnerships? What are you open to? What are you ain't open to? And there's other slick ways to actually do it. When I had my magazines, the gentleman named Joe Exclusive, he told me about selling products, because we shot Justin Timberlake for the cover. He was like, yo, if you tell Justin to wear a t-shirt and take a picture of it, that's Justin endorsing. You know what I mean? So if you go directly to the artist, the talent, they're gonna give you pushback every single time. But in that case, you would go to the stylist. The stylist tells the actor what to wear. They don't question the stylist. They may say, oh, I don't like this color, I don't like that. They don't say they're not gonna do it. The same thing where we was doing partnerships for hypnotic, the alcohol hypnotic, through various different media. Instead of paying the artist to represent the brand, we would give the marketing dollars to the music directors. The music directors control what happens on set. So the product automatically gets into the video on set. The artists don't care, the artists don't say anything about it because that's the director that's controlling that atmosphere. So if you're directing a film and there's an actor in there, just write it in the scene that he picks up a bottle of water.
But that bottle of water is designed, just in that.
No, that bottle of water is a paid placement.
Exactly, yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yes.
You're telling, like, you're the director, so you're directing them, this is part of the scene, this is it. Or hurry up, jump on the computer, or you know what, try this clothes on before you get ready and it doesn't fit. Or this one looks good, but you don't like it. And then you ask, hey, does this one look good on me? But it's that somebody paid you for that. They'll take that clip and just run with that. But you didn't, you don't have to, it's not like, it's a gray area.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's a gray area when you do that, but that's how you get around it. You know what I mean? And we've done that plenty of times. You know? Okay?
What are some of the biggest mistakes that you've made that you've now learned how to apply to your business going forward?
To my business?
Yeah, to your business model, to everything you're doing. Biggest mistakes that you've learned from?
Growing too fast. I didn't follow my own rules with Vine. My rule that I had with my magazine was, and the reason why my magazines lasted for 15 years was, I was the one paying for the printing of those magazines. Everybody always, I had 127,000 copies in circulation for my hip hop magazine, True Magazine. It was the #3 magazine in the United States. The reason why it lasts is because I kept it at what I can pay for and afford to do. Everybody else was like, yo, you need to do this, yo, you need to go here, you need to do that. So when we started Buyer, I got happy and I got excited and I scaled my burn rate of my employees from $22,000 to $68,000 a month. Worst thing I ever did. Because if you don't have the revenue coming in automatically to subside that $68,000 a month, you start running through all the money that you raise or the money that you have. So growing too fast, I got too happy, and I wasn't prepared for it. And I started to move at a level of a couple of my friends, oh, yo, you need a programming director for this one. Oh, yo, you need programming in this. Or, yo, you need to have that. And we was maintaining without that. But because you wanted to have the look, I grew too fast. You know what I mean? That's one mistake. The next mistake is making sure you have the right people around you. You have to vet the people that you work with. Like, even though, you know, they're cool, you know, you're qualifying your business, you're selling yourself to work with them, they have to qualify to work with you. And if you don't have your standards, if you don't have your check marks on every single thing with that, then it's gonna be bad. You know, that was something that I learned. I learned over the years of me having businesses, messing up some great relationships, you know, failing at a lot of different things, is about knowing the people, knowing your team, knowing the strengths. I have a problem where I see where that person can go, and it'll be easy for me. Like when he said about the music and everything, I go, oh, I can plug in with. When he said that, he just sold the track. I'm like, I'm about to call my friend Caleb for real, and be like, yo, my man got some tracks. But he may not be ready for that right now, at that level. But to me, it's so easy for me to do that and to plug somebody, but they may not be ready to actually make that move. So I move too fast. So, but you have to move at the level of your team that they are at and use them for